I wanted to go back to a Canadian identity topic you brought up. You talked about how Canada, and I think you're right.
This is a post-national country. What are you talking about?
Not that.
What are you talking about? We don't have an identity anymore.
No.
But the CRTC can say we have an identity crisis.
It's fucking weird.
It's weird. The Prime Minister is appointing somebody to tell us that we... Okay, listen. The Prime Minister, out of his own mouth, out of his own beak, said... We're a post-national nation. Canada doesn't really have an identity that's per se Canadian.
And let's follow the logic here. So it's like the CRTC exists. It regulates all TV, radio, all that stuff. And now they want to apply that to the internet and your content, all of our content on social media. This is what this Bill C-10 amendment is all about that people are talking about. This is why they're calling it censorship. But let's follow the logic. CRTC wants to uphold Canadian identity and like nationalist identity. And it's like Trudeau says, moving on, we're a post-national state. We have no core identity. So it's like, okay... So what are we enforcing then?
Or do we don't?
And it's like, ironically,
are
we going to be enforcing like the liberal idea of Canadian identity, which is like you were saying, importing more liberal voters? Like, is that like the identity we're going for?
Dude, welcome to the Great Replacement. You know what I mean? Just welcome to it.
You're not allowed to
welcome
talk about it. Hey.
Well, you know why? Because
I disavow. I don't believe in that. Hey,
the replacement is we're replacing free-minded people and individuals. It doesn't matter about your skin tone. With slave-minded individuals that would gladly be subservient to the government because most countries they came from were communist, Marxist governments that were already oppressive, right? Kind of like. Quick example, my parents, they came from an oppressive regime in Somalia. Now, when they come over here, they'd be like, yeah, we understand authority. We don't go against the grain of authority that much because, like, it was so life-threatening from where they came from. As opposed to a guy like me growing up being taught to believe, hey, you have the freedom to express yourself. You have the freedom to say what you got to say.
You can criticize the
government.
You don't have to fear the government.
You don't have to fear them. But now Canada's changed to a point where we have evolved into a basic dictatorship.
We're getting there. In the